So the ocean, the end of the world. You can see why pilgrims in years gone by may have thought that was the end of the world. Now we're just about at the end of our crossing across Spain. There's the town of Finisterre. Once we actually get to Finisterre, we have about 3 kilometers to go to get to the end of the peninsula, and there's I think a lighthouse there that signifies the end. So in the past I've shared videos about hiking the Appalachian Trail or traveling across the US living out of the back of my car, and I'm pretty sure those aren't something that inspires you to want to do the same. But I was thinking that our Camino hike that Patty and I have just completed might be an inspiration for someone of you to try it. So I thought I'd talk just a little bit about whether the Camino is for you. And one thing I want to share is, although all of our pictures, today included, are fairly idyllic scenes, there's lots of times where you're just walking on a road or walking on a path beside a busy highway. It's not always the inspiring shots that you've seen. Is the Camino safe? Well, absolutely. We've seen women traveling alone as young as 18 and as old as 79, so that's not an issue at all. Is it expensive? Well, no. It can be done quite cheaply. If you're willing to pay and stay in the municipal albergues, they're only about 8 to 14 euros a night. And they're actually kitchens, so I mean you could cook your dinner at night, and some did, rather than spend money at restaurants. Is it hard? Well, hard's a relative term. I mean, on the one hand, all you're doing is walking. We all do that all the time, but definitely cumulatively, those kilometers add up. Patty and I ended up doing about 30 a day, and it takes its toll. But the beauty is you can do it whatever speed and whatever distance you want to do in a day. I'd say the biggest challenge on the Camino were blisters. Not necessarily for us, we had a couple, but we had our blister management and prevention program down pretty solid. But there were people who ended up leaving the Camino or taking days off or bussing ahead because they didn't have a good experience with their blisters. So if ever you think something you might want to do, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we'd be happy to provide details. All right, thanks. Buen Camino.